Anthony, thank you guys for
Hello,
taking some
Ezekiel.
time.
Yeah.
How are you?
Nice to see you.
Good. So you guys are playing real characters that actually existed, but in this, sort of semi-real world. I'd imagine playing those characters, you have to do a certain amount of research.
Sure.
With each of your characters, what was some of the things that surprised you during your research? Something that maybe stood out to you that you found out about those guys that maybe surprised you a little bit?
Well, I think what's remarkable about Lincoln is that he was an ordinary man that did extraordinary things. That he came from nowhere. He was born in a log cabin, largely self-educated, and went on to be the leader of the free world and save the Union and change the course of humanity in our country. I mean, that certainly was something I think everybody can relate to, the process of bettering yourself and living the American dream. It's something we can all relate to.
Yeah, for me, Abraham Lincoln not only gave Will a writ for freedom, but he gave one to everyone in Will's family. And when Will passed away, Abraham Lincoln paid for him to be buried at Arlington Cemetery. That's something that I found remarkable for that time.
How important was it that your relationship on screen came across as real as it could be, even though we're in this world where vampires exist?
It was very important.
Yeah.
I mean, we never sought out to make a campy, cheesy movie because we knew the title of it alone was so far-fetched that we had to steep the movie in reality.
Yeah, it definitely has that quality to it. I mean, you guys, though, watching it last night, it's a great film, by the way, really a lot of fun. It does seem that there's like this smirk across the film that you guys are just having way, way too much fun.
Well, that's our fault. We screwed that up, I guess.
No. It's definitely, you guys definitely bring the humanity to it, but it just seems so much fun. Can you talk a little bit about maybe the physical, that last?
Sure, and it's also the spark of their friendship. Sure. You want to see these two guys kick ass together. Yeah. That last scene, like you're talking about, is a perfect metaphor for who they are. They've got each other's back, and they share the burden, and they share the attack. I mean, they are, parts that complete each other.
And the thing about it, I think that smirk is more of a reaction than it is a given. I think when I watch this movie and I sit there, I'm like, man, I wish I want to fight vampires now. I want to do that. And I think that's the smirk. I think the smirk is your desire to be on that train fighting those vampires.
How, it's important that today, leaders, we don't really get to see leaders fight. So, how important was it that you guys, how do you think audiences will react to actually getting to see one of our leaders physically doing the fighting?
I hope they like it. I mean, Lincoln was one of the greatest American heroes. What's wrong with seeing him as an action hero? And like we've been talking, I mean, it's not really that big a leap.
Yeah.
He was known for his strength. He was known for his use of an axe.
And he was 6'3" at a time when everybody was 5'4". So he was kind of,
He was a rough and tumble guy.
Yeah.
You've now played two versions of American presidents on stage and on screen.
I got that market cornered.
Yeah, you really do. Any political aspirations in the future?
For me to be a politician or to keep playing presidents?
Politician.
Yeah.
He's
gonna go back to Georgia and work his way through the political ranks.
Sure, work my way up. City councilman.
You both played. You've both been on stage and both been on the big screen. You prefer one to the other?
Whichever one gives me health insurance. I'm not picky about it.
I love the stage. In movies, Ben's lucky. He's never done a bad movie. I haven't
done many movies, so that's easy to do.
I've done a bad movie. So in film, when you're bad forever. Like my niece watched one of my early movies the other day. She was like, "You suck," right? But on stage, when you're good, when you're bad one night, you can come back the next night and redeem yourself. You always have that ability to redeem yourself, So it can live on in legend. And people can talk 20 years later about how good or bad you were in that play. Whereas in film, everybody can watch it and tell you so.
I'll get it on Netflix. And also, film is the director's medium.
Yeah.
On stage, it gets locked. There's nothing the director can say after you open. I mean, it's your show.
Yeah.
Thank you guys
good
so
or for
much.
good or worse.
Appreciate
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks for talking to me.